Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to finish up part 4 of Troubles in Paradise. Really want to talk to you really quickly about, obviously, starting our own business. It's your passion, your livelihood that we're dealing with, and rightfully so. But this particular business, once you get it up and going, and I know that at the beginning you're the jack of all trades, you're the accounting department, you're the advertising department, you're the driver, instructor, you're teaching in class, you're the accounting department, things like that. So you understand that you've got to put a lot of time, a lot of energy into this particular business and any other business that is worthwhile starting. But after you get started with your business and it gets like on the previous video that we talked about, cycle through and know what you have to do and things of that nature to understand how much money to save and what to expect and things of that nature. Well, let's say this, days off are a premium. Okay, once you get everything up and running, you think, oh, well, I have people do it for you. I can sit back and relax a little bit. Last year in 2021, just kind of give you an idea, I'm very blessed to have 3 instructors that are top notch. I have an office staff that's top notch. I've been very blessed there as well. Just kind of give you an example, I had 17 days off in 2021. 17 days off in 2021, and some of those days I still came into the office, and it's not that it was a problem or anything. The volume of business does not allow you to take days off. If you decide you want to go on vacation with your family, you have to plan so far in advance, and hopefully by you planning that far in advance, you can take a vacation with your family. And when I say vacation, I'm not talking about a week. I have never had a week off in 6 years. Okay, so the idea of a week's vacation, that's probably not going to happen. When I say a vacation, I'm saying 3 days max. Okay, 3 days max, maybe a long weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday type situation, but you do have to plan well in advance. First week of June last year, 2021, we took a little small vacation to the beach. When I say vacation, once again, there's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and while we were there, we went ahead and booked for the first week of June 2022, which is coming up in a few months, just because we knew we had to plan that far in advance just to have a 3-day weekend. Okay, weekends are your busy weekends, or weeks of the week. Chances are you will not get any time off there. So if you're a big weekend type of person, this may not be the type of business you need to be in. As far as, I'll give you an example. Friday, I had a student driving. I had class Friday night, so I worked 12 hours. This past Saturday, I had a class at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and I had 2 drivers afterwards. So I worked another 12 hours Saturday. Today, as a Sunday, March 2022, I was to have 2 drivers. One driver stood me up and decided not to show, and I'm sitting here, making videos in the time slot just so I can be productive. Then I have another young lady that will be driving with me in a couple of hours. So it's frustrating because I could have slept in a couple 2 hours more. I could have stayed home. I could have just relaxed. But instead, I got up. I had to come take a shower. And today was supposed to be my day off, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a Sunday, and I thought, okay, I'll take Sunday off. Well, unfortunately, that didn't happen. I've had 2 hours of a no-show. Was able to make some videos like this one, but and I have the other young lady. So my Sunday, you think 4 hours is not a lot? It's not. But if I was planning on doing something, it's a beautiful spring day here locally. I would love to be out. I'd love to maybe walk and play with my kids. Unfortunately, by the time I get home, and get something to eat, my day's shot. And that's just part of the business. That's part of the stuff you have to do. Another thing too, and I'll mention this, is you'll have to, because you're a business owner, even when you have employees, like we have one instructor that's a pastor, he does this part-time, which is great. But he may have a funeral, he may have a wedding, he may have emergency come up at a church, and he has to take care of that. And we've already planned his day. We've already said, okay, there's 4 students on a Tuesday, let's just say, for example, and he can go and drive 2, but then he has a funeral to go to. Well, a funeral to preach at. Well, he can't miss the funeral, obviously. So what would have been my day off, and this has happened a few times, I had to drive those 2 students so he could go to the funeral. My other instructor is a former teacher, but he has some security jobs at the local speedway here, and drives the school bus sometimes. So he may have to have a day off, or his family goes on vacation, or just like I said with the pastor, he may be required to go on a trip with the seniors, or a trip with the youth, or something like that. And guess who's filling in? It's you. So the days off that you have are very, very little. 17 days off in a 12-month period is not a lot of time to rejuvenate your body, so to speak. And even when you get that day off, you think, oh wow, I'm going to have that day off. Well, a lot of times you got to catch things up that you didn't do before. Maybe pay bills, or do some advertising, or do some social media promotion or something like that, where now you've wasted 2 or 3 hours of your day trying to catch up. So this has to be a passion, just like all businesses, but days off are very, very few and far between. I'll give you an example. Another example, we scheduled 3 days off in November every year. If we don't get any time off. Especially in summertime, you will not get any days off. I mean, you will not. Expect when you're first starting out. When I was starting out, doing everything sort of by myself, I was pulling 80 to 84 hours a week. That's 12 times 7 until summer got over. I mean, summer, when school lets out in June, till school starts back in late August. I do not have any time off then. There's just absolutely no way. If you do take time off, that's the reason I'm doing that very beginning of June, a little time off. If you do take a lot of time off there, you will never get caught up. You will always, always, always be behind, even more so than you are now. So it's one of those things you have to kind of decide for yourself about the time off. Whether is it worth let's just say you were going to take a Monday off. There was really nothing on your agenda to do Monday other than just rest. And I'm not saying don't rest, but you say, okay, can I drive 2 students? That's 2 students I don't have to worry about. Finish them out, maybe, and then that way you don't have to worry about those 2 students. is it worth coming in for 4 hours, knocking that out, or is it worth just staying home? So those things you have to decide. But as far as days off, unfortunately, especially if you start out slow and small, days off are very, very few and far between. I'll give you an example. This year I've had a little bit more because I've had a little bit more help. I'm trying to take at least 2 Sundays off, and one or 2 Mondays off, and that's it. I've probably had, without looking, probably 4 days off. Here it is, March the 20th, 2022. 4, maybe 5 days off, okay, since January 1st. And here it is, sort of toward the end of March. And it's not because we haven't tried. My office staff has tried, but just like I said today, I should have been off, and I'm sitting in the classroom taking shooting videos because one of my students didn't show. Okay, so if you like this video, please like it, subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully these videos for you entrepreneurs out there, business owners, they're thinking about this. It is a cool business. It really is, because you start from scratch with a student, and you see them develop into a pretty good driver for that time frame. So it is pretty cool to start, but there's a lot of pitfalls. There's a lot of trouble in paradise sometimes. I just wanted you to be aware of this series so that you can kind of know what to expect. Okay, thank you so much. Please like the channel, and we'll see you next video. Thank you. Have a great day.